Hey y'all, it's me back with another video. Okay, this is hopefully going to be short, but y'all know I'm long-winded. I might just get to talking. I don't know if y'all saw TMZ today, but TMZ did this little segment on a skit that Cardi B and some other women did, kind of like the Real Housewives of civil rights leaders. The Real Housewives of civil rights leaders. So Cardi B was playing Coretta Scott King, which is Martin Luther King's wife. I think one of the ladies was Malcolm X's wife, and I don't know who the other ladies were because they didn't play the entire skit. But they did have the young man that, wrote this whole thing, and they showed, Cardi B's portion of it where she, kind of alluded to Martin Luther King's cheating and, her dealing with it or whatever. And I guess Martin Luther King's daughter, got wind of this whole situation and basically said, that she wanted to talk to Cardi B. And I don't blame her, because if it had been my mama, and I know that Martin Luther King's kids are in Atlanta, and I think that's where Cardi B is. See, had that been me and my mama, I'd have rolled up. Me and my brothers would have just rolled up on Cardi B. And everybody is saying, well, this was, this was done a while ago because, Cardi B hadn't got her teeth fixed yet. And you could tell that this little skit thing was kind of old. And I don't think it was never, I don't know if they were trying to get it to be on television or whatever, but I don't think it ever was. The young man who wrote the skit, he came on TMZ and he was, talking, and what he was saying to me was stupid too, because he kept saying stuff like, well, they don't teach that kind of stuff in schools, and we trying to, teach kids about their history. But why do you want to teach them about negative history? People like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, these are our leaders that are no longer here, that people still look up to. If you saw the movie Selma, there's kind of a scene in there where, it kind of casts this, kind of puts this little thought in your mind that Martin Luther King did cheat on his wife. And I have, heard rumors, allegedly, he was cheating on his wife. He had a thing for white women, but he loved his wife, and he was not going to leave her. And his wife was an extremely beautiful woman. I mean, even after Martin Luther King died, you never heard anything bad about her. She was never in the media. Like, the only time that I really heard anything about his wife being in the media really was when she got sick and she got cancer, and she was trying to get treatments and stuff. I think that was in such poor taste. This woman is, gone. She has passed on. Martin Luther King was assassinated. If that had been my mother, I would have been so hurt. And I know that a lot of people, are saying, well, we blaming the wrong person because Cardi B was just acting. She was, she didn't write the skit. We should be blaming the young man that wrote it. But I'm like this. If someone had given me that, I would have been like, I in good faith, I just couldn't say that. I could not do it. And I'm pretty sure if somebody come for Cardi B's mama, when her mama not here no more, if somebody come for her mom and dad, say that her dad was a cheater and her mom stayed in that relationship and why did she do it and this, that, and the other, I know she would be hurt. We have to be careful what we do, because all money ain't good money. I know people were saying, well, you know, she was trying to get the bag and all of this kind of stuff. This was, you know, before her rap took off. But see, people would dig up your past. Y'all better look at the beauty community. They pulling up tweets from 2011 and 12 and jacking these people's careers totally up off of stuff that happened years ago. And I want to see Cardi win. I really do. Because hers, you know, to me, her story is like one of those rags to riches type stories. I'm not saying she was, you know, poor. But, you know, she had her ups and downs. You know, from a stripper to where she is now is totally different. But sometimes we just have to be careful what we do, or what we say, or what we participate in, because that shit was really out of pocket. It really was. And if I, girl, I think Martin Luther King's daughter, the one that, you know, said she would like to meet with Cardi, because I think she said she wants to meet with her in person. But I think this daughter, because I know one of Martin Luther King's daughters passed away. I think she had a heart attack or something. I know one of his kids passed away. And I think this one, the one that's left, is a minister or something. And, you know, she don't have that, like, hood mentality like me. Because if she was like me and you said something like that about my mama that's done passed on, you know, you gonna catch both of these. And Cardi B better be glad Martin Luther King kids ain't, you know, they ain't about that hood life. Be careful who you talk about. And to talk about somebody like that that's dead is the kind of stuff that messes you up. Like, you just had a baby. You don't want nobody saying nothing about your child. You bringing that type of negative energy to you by speaking ill of someone that's deceased. And I mean, this woman, Martin Luther King Jr.'s wife, suffered one of the most horrible tragedies. Her husband being assassinated, having to raise those kids by herself, having to be a strong woman when all the time she probably wanted to just, you know, crumble, but she couldn't. She was regal. Every time you saw her, she was beautiful. She was articulate. I mean, to be able to just be the wife of someone that was like that, and I'm not even talking about if, you know, infidelity and all of that kind of stuff, just to be the wife of someone who was in the position that Martin Luther King was in, had to be stressful in itself. Your husband, he's coming home, he's tired, he's got the weight of the whole civil rights movement on his shoulders. You are the wife of the person that has the weight of the civil rights movement on his shoulders. I mean, I feel for my husband, and he a bus driver, and he got to deal with all these crazy folks. I feel for him when he come home. I couldn't even imagine what her husband was going through, and then Cardi B come along and disrespect this woman. Nah, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm just not gonna be able to, you know. And then people are saying stuff like, "Oh, well, it's comedy, you know. It's all fun and jokes." Some shit ain't funny. It's just not. Like, I had somebody come on my channel today and tell me, you must have been a horrible mother. So from my 10, 14-minute videos and me sitting in the same place every time I do a video, you come up with the conclusion that I was a horrible mother. Y'all need to quit. Y'all be doing way too much. I don't know how many people I have had to block last week and this week. Y'all need to, and I think some of y'all are grown. Like, Cardi B was old enough to know that this ain't gonna end, this ain't gonna be cute. Cause it ain't nothing funny about that. It's nothing funny about talking about somebody's mom and dad who are not here anymore. These people are deceased. His family, his kids, they done been through enough. This girl and her brothers and sister had to sit there and look at their dad in a casket, and then years later, we don't know what problems they had, you know, growing up with their mom. She was going through grief or whatever, and then they buried their mom, and here come your ass making a damn joke. No. No, I'm not with you on that, and that kind of shit is not funny to me. So, put what y'all think in the comment section. And yep, I've been blickety blocking people. So you can act stupid if you want to. You will be in the group of people who have been blocked, and I'm just waiting on the full moon so I can have some fun with all the people that got blocked. Talk to y'all later, okay? Love you. Bye.